Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Santa Lucia. This is Cross again. So the last time we advanced to the next day of this game, and Ben came out to Karina. Thank goodness. I was thinking like he was gonna have like to deal with that the entire time, like the entire story or whatever. But it's good that he came out. And it was pretty interesting that they gave us a choice in what, like, species the guy was. I don't know if that's, like, gonna be, like, a red herring or not. Like, I guess it's, like, it's a choice, yeah. But for all we know, Ben could be lying or something. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, yeah, we were at a restaurant, or, like, a cafe, excuse me, with Karina, and we saw Chris in, like, the cutest little fucking outfit of all time. And so now we're gonna continue with that, so... Okay, it's reassuring to know she has my back, and yeah, like, this is how the last update ended, so...
So, that's why I applied here. I guess I can thank my teacher, her letter of recommendation must have been great.
Wow, that's a crazy coincidence.
Fate, dude. We were never meant to be apart long term. And now I can keep an eye on my Benny boy.
Oh, my gay Benny boy. Not so loud, sheesh. She puts her fork down after finishing the last bite of her omelet. I, on the other hand, struggle with the second half of my sandwich. I'm glad you're excited about school. It took me a while, but I'm starting to get into the spirit of it too. I'm so glad to hear that, Bennett. Chris swoops in and picks up Karina's empty plate. Whoa, I didn't even know you were there. Oh, I've been doing this job for a while. How's the food?
The omelet was fabulous. Thank you, Chris.
Good to hear. Sandwich is great too, but I pat my stomach. It's a little too much. Oh, I could get a box for that if you'd like to save it for later. Oh, I'd appreciate that, thanks. No problem. Would you two like some dessert? I look across the table at Karina.
I heard your tiramisu.
I'm probably butchering like so many fucking things in this game. Holy shit. Then again, I'm like so like uncultured, but yeah.
I heard your tiramisu's to die for.
Oh, it is.
I'll take a slice of that if you don't mind.
Do you have any iced coffee? Yes, we do. Would you like to try some of our signature caramel frap with whipped cream? That sounds pretty good, but... Oh, I'll prepare it for you myself. I love making drinks. Okay, then. Look at the fucking... They updated, like, his sprite, and it's so cute. Like, I can't... Oh. Like, oh my god, he's my fucking husband. He's so cute. I love him. With, like, all my heart. Fuck off. Like, he's mine. I'll have to give it a try. His smile is too infectious. I can't just turn him down. I know, right? Fuck. Righto, I'll be right back soon with everything.
Thanks, Chris.
He speeds off towards the dessert displays, leaving the two of us alone again. So, you're gonna try the tiramisu, huh?
Yep.
Your roommate mentioned it before I went to look for you.
That's right, you met Shay.
She seems pretty chill. To my surprise, Karina bristles at my words. Something wrong?
No, nothing really. I just don't like her that much.
Huh? I'm utterly floored by the revelation, but she was so nice when we talked.
I don't know. She's too much like the girls I hated back in high school. Shoes, celebrities, gossip, makeup. You know the type, right?
All boys school, remember?
She even said, oh, when I mentioned my major. I knew right when I saw her pretty blonde hair that we weren't going to be close friends.
At this point, I'm leaning back in my chair away from her. I didn't think she'd get this angry about the topic. She stops her and takes a deep breath.
Sorry, I got carried away there. Point is, she's everything I try to not be.
Have you ever considered changing roommates?
No, I don't want to cause a stir. I'm just gonna put on a happy face and deal with it.
Uh-huh. Funnily enough, back in junior high school, she was usually the first to tell someone if she didn't like them. I wonder what happened to her while I was gone. Here's your dessert. Chris slides in again with a small platter. Tiramisu for you, Karina.
Thank you, that looks heavenly.
Don't mention it, I cut it especially for you. And the caramel frap for you, Ben. Thanks. Here's your straw. I don't hesitate for a moment. Immediately I unwrap the straw and stick it into the drink. Before I take a sip, though, I notice something peculiar hanging out from the whipped cream on top. I carefully reach for it and pluck it out with my fingers. What's this? Squinting and see it looks like a... Huh? Chris leans down to look in as well. Ugh. I hold a strand of gray fur up to Cord's Chris. Is this one of your hairs? Don't tell my boss. He holds his hands up to his face in horror.
Oh, we won't, I promise.
I can make you another, no sweat. Don't worry about it, dude. It's just a hair. I try my best to calm down the trembling shepherd. Are you sure? I nod my head. Positive. I wrap the strand in the paper the straw came in and stick it under my plate. I'll finish my sandwich soon, too. I'm so sorry about that, Bennett. No, it's okay. Do whatever you gotta do. We're good here. I smile as genuinely as I can at him. Poor guy, I imagine his fur gets everywhere all the time. I'm glad I'm not a long-haired cat. Alright, I'll be back soon. Call me if you need me.
Bye, Chris.
He walks away with his tail tucked between his legs. I can't help but feel secondhand embarrassment for him.
You gonna drink that?
Yeah, I don't want to hurt his feelings.
I think that's the right thing to do.
She pokes at her tiramisu. And are you gonna eat that? You just had a vegan omelet. Isn't tiramisu made with, like, milk and stuff?
I'm a vegetarian, Ben, not a vegan.
She stares me down while sticking a bite of the cake in her mouth.
Delicious.
She gets particularly theatrical with her enjoyment, fanning her face with her free hand. Can I have a taste?
Sure, but it's gonna cost you.
I immediately stop reaching my fork towards the cake and look back at her in shock.
Don't let this be the only time we ever hang out. Let's make this a regular thing, okay?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. She smiles at me and pushes the plate closer to me. I dig my fork into the corner of the tiramisu, taking a small bit so I can sample the flavor. They've really hyped it up, so let's see if it lives up to the reputation. ...
So?
It's the best cake I've ever had.
Right?
I reach forward for another bit.
You want more? Go get your own. This is all mine.
Aww. I pout while taking a sip from my latte. You know, in spite of the hairy surprise from earlier, this is pretty damn good too. Chris is pretty talented at making drinks, isn't he?
Oh, you tried his tea from last night?
Yeah.
He probably learned how to brew it by working this job.
That makes sense. I scratched under my chin at the thought.
You haven't told me much about your roommate. What's he like?
Besides deathly shy?
Poor guy.
I don't know, I haven't talked to him since I went to bed last night. He wasn't there when I woke up, so he's probably hanging out with friends or something. I'm slowly becoming aware that my tail is flicking nervously behind my leg.
Maybe he's an early bird. You did sleep in quite a while, dude.
Yeah, I know. I start thinking about how I was looking forward to seeing him again yesterday, but I didn't expect him to be my roommate. You know, it's weird. I think that's like a line from... Yeah, because Karina hasn't met him, and that took me a second. I was like, wait. Like, I was reading the line, I was like, Nah, I think that's... Hold on a minute, let me check the history. Maybe that's correct or something. I'll just, like, assume it's Ben because, like, I don't think Karina was the one that went to Chicago, excuse me. He reminds me a lot of how I was when I first moved to Chicago.
Really? You were that bad?
I nod my head sheepishly. I've never felt so alone. Dad just dropped me off and practically never looked back. If Jess were still around, I would have been fine. Her name finally escapes my lips. I sigh deeply and stare down at the latte in front of me. I should keep drinking before it melts.
It wasn't your fault, you know that, right?
Trying to avoid the topic, I suck hard on the straw, trying to get as much of the drink down my throat as I can. Ah, such a good latte!
I think you should try reaching out to your roommate. Introverts tend to wait for someone else to make the first move.
But I'm pretty introverted too.
Well, that's bullshit and you know it.
She takes a sip from her tea. Wow, nasty language from such a pretty face.
Well, whine all you want, but you at least have to try. For example, Shay and I are gonna go hang out after we're done here.
Wait, really? I thought you didn't like her.
That doesn't mean we have to be at each other's throats, dude. I'm the one who offered. Who knows? Maybe we can find some common ground.
That's very optimistic. I sit back with my arms folded.
I think you should do the same with, what was his name again?
Zach.
Yeah, you should do the same with Zach. That might help break the ice between you two, you know?
Yeah, I guess. I think back to when I met him at lunch yesterday. Getting him to talk about anything was difficult. He seemed like he just wanted to be anywhere but there. I'll give it a try. I hope it works out.
Oh, of course it will. I know you.
Thanks. We clean up what's left of our meals. Chris brings me a carry-out box for my sandwich, which is nice, because I really like to finish it later. I almost just oh, excuse me. I need to breathe. Almost just choked on my own breathing. While paying for our bills, we agreed to leave Chris a generous tip. I wonder what his face will look like after seeing that number. I climb up the stairs up to the 3rd floor. Karina and I split off earlier, with her heading towards the university center to meet up with Shay. I was half tempted to tag along with her, but she's right. I need to try connecting with Zach. I gently close the door behind me. Taking a moment to look around, I see that I'm yet again alone in my dorm room. Zach's laptop is missing, and I notice his jacket is no longer hanging from the corner of his bed. This isn't going to be easy, is it? I sit down in front of my desk and lay my head down on my arm. My mind goes over the day's events so far. Holy shit. I came out to Karina, didn't I? What compelled me to do that? I open my luggage again and pull out my own laptop to set up. I should probably get everything unpacked soon. I'm going to be here a while after all. Nah, I've got time. I only need the essentials anyway. Once everything's plugged in, I flip open the computer and hit the power button. This thing always takes forever to turn on, so I get up and stretch my arms out a bit. Wow, this is just like my computer, fucking hunk of shit. Huh? Zach's side of the room is a lot cleaner than it was when I woke up. That pile of clothes is no longer sticking out like a sore thumb either. Wonder when it was that he came back. Was he hoping that I'd be here too? Oh god, what if he's out there looking for me? Shit! We never exchanged phone numbers. I was so tired last night I didn't even cross my mind. Nice one, Rivers. Satisfied with my brief workout, I return to my seat. Well, no sense in beating myself up over it. He'll come back eventually anyway. We can set things when we see each other again. When the computer finally finishes booting up, I immediately open the web browser to my social media page. Looks like I'm not the only one from my senior class moving in for college this weekend. My mouse hovers over Eric's profile. No, don't reopen the wound. Don't do this to yourself. Let him live his life. He deserves to be happy. I exit the browser and close my eyes. I'm starting fresh again. At least I have Karina with me this time. I don't know how lost I'd be without her. Oh, crap, it's been a couple days since I last sent a letter. I open my old email account and scroll down a bit. 2014. It's been years since I've received a reply back. I don't know why I still do this. Maybe it's just that hope, that slight chance that she'll reply again. Dear Jess. Aw, that's so sad. I watch with a smile as my favorite streamer finally finds a diamond he's been searching for in his mine. I can't believe it. Ben watches Minecraft streams. As he streams in excitement, the chat goes wild along with him. I remember how hard it was for us to convince him to actually give the game a shot. It's surreal just watching someone play it for the first time, knowing all the tricks and things that he's missing. Well, hey, we have to start from somewhere, right? I take another bite of the leftover sandwich and click to another page. Let's see what topics are trending for today. Back to school, Labor Day. Today I learned composer Joseph's tomb contains 2 skulls. What the hell? I quickly chose the tab. That's enough internet for now. I get up from my seat and lay down on my bed. Staring up at the ceiling, my mind starts to wander. I really should be out there mingling with my classmates. At the same time, I'm still pretty beat from all the stress the past couple days. Maybe I can give someone a call to set something up. I reach into my pocket and pull out my wallet. At lunch yesterday, Chris got us all to exchange phone numbers. He said it was for emergency purposes, but I'm sure the other intent was to have us keep in contact with each other. Sounds about right, considering how orientation played out. Huh? Instead of the piece of napkin I was looking for, something else falls out of my wallet when I opened it. I pick up the card and hold it in front of me. Russell Lyons, amateur comedian. Oh, that's right. Russell told me to give him a call sometime if I wanted the real tour of the school. I look over at the empty bed on the other side of the room. ... It's not like I have anything better to do today. I pick up my phone from the nearby table and start entering the lion's number. No answer. Wait a sec. I close my eyes and focus. I remember he had said something about this when he left. Shoot me a text first so I know it's you. That's right. A bit of a weird request, but I get it. Can't say I particularly like picking up the phone when it's a number I don't recognize. I quickly type out a text and send it to... Huh? Seconds later, my phone starts to ring. The number is definitely his. Hello? Yo, this is Ben, right? Yeah, hey Russell. I'm sorry I missed your call earlier. I'm kind of fending off a hangover right now. Oh, I see. Too much alcohol? Nope. Too much pizza? I chuckle under my breath. Yeah, figures it was a setup for a joke. Fuck, dude. Stomach hates me so much right now, it's not even funny. What do you do, eat the whole pizza? What? No, what type of guy do you take me for? I ate 2 whole pizzas. That one gets a more audible reaction. Anyway, what's up? How's the whole college experience treating you so far? Pretty good, just a little overwhelmed, I guess. Yeah, I get that. You'll get used to it, though. Soon you're gonna run into school. Oh, you sound like my friend Karina. Great minds think alike. A brief silence falls between us. Anyway, I remember you mentioned me giving you a call yesterday. Yeah, what of it? Man, why am I being so nervous about this? He's the one that offered. I think I'd like to take you up on that real tour offer. Really? Dude, that's awesome. I'm totally down. What time is it right now? I sit from the bed and check my computer's clock. It's almost 2:30. Well, sweet. Alright, kid, why don't you meet me in front of the art building in 10 minutes? Whoa, that fast? Yeah, sounds good. Badass, you're not gonna regret this. See you in a bit. Bye. I press the button to hang up. With a little angling, I kick myself off the bed and shove the phone in my pocket. It doesn't leave me with a whole lot of time, so I quickly comb my hair with my fingers and shut down my computer. As I walk to the door, I take one last look at the room behind me. It's a shame that Zach wasn't here, but I'm not gonna let that stop me from having a little fun today. I make my way out a side door that leads to the field next to the dorm building. A large number of students are gathered on the lawn, separating the groups to mingle. A part of me feels like I should be out there too, but I'm sure it's fine. It's not like it's an assignment for class or anything. Besides, I wouldn't even know where to start. I follow the main path that leads away from the dorms, cutting across the field. Leads me right in front of the art building. I pull out my phone to check the time. It only took me 7 minutes to get down here. Not bad. What took you so long, kid? Russell steps up from behind one of the entryway pillars. He exhales a puff of smoke from his mouth. Wait, what? How'd you get down here so fast? Never underestimate a guy who has no life. I return the lion's smirk, walking up next to him. What's with where you're standing? You look like you're trying to hide from someone. Isn't that obvious? I nod up and down. Well, you caught me. I'm practicing my ninja skills. Can never be too careful, the Illuminati have spies everywhere. I tilt my head sideways trying to figure out what the hell he's going on about. Never mind, just watch your back, kid, you never know who's watching you. I'll keep that in mind. At this point, I'm seriously considering whether or not contacting him was a good idea. So, you're interested in that tour, huh? He leans back against the building's wall while puffing out another cloud of smoke. You want me to show you all the things that they don't put on the brochure? The deep, dark secrets the deep, dark secrets they don't want anyone to find out? Well, you came to the right guy. If there's anything worth knowing about this place, I got you covered, right down to the skeletons in USL's closet. Hell, I'm fucking one of them, in fact. I've had enough of his insinuations. What are you even talking about? He clasps his hands together and bows slightly towards me. Patience, my young Padawan. All will be revealed in good time. He pushes himself off the wall and stands in front of the St. Lucie sculpture. Well, let's begin, shall we? This isn't gonna take as long as yesterday, right? Trust me, not even close. The last thing I want to do is waste your time like the chuckle fucks in the mentorship program. I know what matters to a young, hot-blooded kid like you. Huh? I stare at him dumbfounded. First stop of the tour is right behind you. He gestures towards the art building, causing me to turn around involuntarily. Girls, girls, girls. He chants the words to a tune I'm sure I've heard before. And wraps a friendly arm around my shoulders. He sneaks up behind me, kneeling down slightly to be at my eye level. He waves his other hand in front of us in an arc. The art department is a magical wonderland filled with the easiest girls on campus. Easy? I hesitate to ask. No, don't be so naive. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh. Forget that shitty app that I know you have on your phone. Don't deny it. What? If you're ever looking for a quick hookup, this is the place to be, regardless of your taste in girls. Or physics. My eyes widen. Are you serious? He releases me and takes a step back. Why would I lie to you? You're a good-looking cat. You have no trouble at all finding someone to bump ugly with in there. No, I mean... I feel a cold bead of sweat roll down my forehead. Is that really true? My mind wanders to Karina. Hey, I don't make the rules, I just play the game. Figured you'd be interested in some hot spots for nightlife action since most kids are at your age. My body temperature is rising substantially. This is such a weird topic to bring up, but then again, this is Russell we're talking about. Guess I don't mind knowing, but... I get it. You're the relationship kind, huh? A little hand-holding and cute dates more your style? I wince at the accusation. Suppose you could put it that way, yeah. No problem, I can make do. That changes a few of the spots I'm gonna have to show you, though. Oh, that's okay. I'd give anything to get away from this place right now. And from the image of Karina in my head. She's not that kind of girl, right? I know exactly where we're gonna go. You ready for the next part of the tour? Yes, please. Oh? An eager pupil, that's a first. Well, I won't keep you waiting. Let's go. He starts walking towards the north side of campus with his hands in his pockets. I follow behind him closely, doing my best to clear my mind. He leads me across the bridge to the gardens in relative silence. I assume it's because he was finishing the rest of his cigarette before he threw it in a bin a second ago. Over here. Instead of going left down the staircase like with Chris yesterday, he leads me down the right along the river towards the apartments. Saw you crossing the bridge yesterday. Yeah, I know, I saw you too. This is where you live, right? Yep. I'm in the apartment building right here if you ever need me. Top floor. I have one of the solo lofts. Ah, so that's how you got on the roof, huh? Perks of being the douche nobody wants to share a room with. That's pretty dangerous, you know. What if you slipped off the side? And what if the school administration saw you? Oh, please, don't lecture to me about safety. As for the admins, they'll never fucking touch me. If I hadn't been kicked out by now, nothing's gonna change that. He punctuates his explanation with a long sigh. Sorry. I appreciate the intent, but I'm not looking for someone to give a shit about me. I'd rather be the one giving a shit if you don't mind. If you say so. He puts up quite the wall between us, even though he clearly wants to be friends. Not sure how much I trust him if he's not willing to trust me, but... Still saved my ass yesterday. I'll give him a chance. I owe him that much at least. What you looking at, kid? Huh? He snaps me out of the slight daze I was in. Oh, I was just admiring the architecture here. So gaudy, isn't it? The whole place is this foul German thing going on. I can't stand it. Huh? I actually kind of like it, though. They even call it the Bavarian Gardens. How pretentious is that? He flails his hands in the air while walking down a nearby sloped walkway. You coming, kid? Yeah, right behind you. The path leads us into a section of the gardens that I saw from the overlook above. A lot of students seem to be checking it out today, probably on recommendation by their mentors. Not gonna lie, this is the most interesting place on campus. Here's where all your tuition goes. That's sobering. He laughs with a sarcastic smile. Oh man, the stories I can tell you about this place. My ears perk up. Oh, sounds like something I'd like to hear. Really? I wasn't planning to tell you about my sexcapades or anything, but okay. No, that's fine. I changed my mind. Damn, Russell will be slaying mad amount of puss. Oh, I thought he had something else to say about it. Good choice. We'd be here a while otherwise. He continues along the path as it weaves around various exotic trees and bushes. Real talk, though, this is an awesome place for a hot date if you can pull it off. I squint my eyes at him, debating whether I should ask for more information. What do you mean by hot date? You know exactly what I mean. Yep, thought so. I'm sure you've heard about the little village they have in the center, right? It has a cafe for students, right? Ah, good, your mentor isn't entirely incompetent. Don't go there, it's really fucking overrated. At least it is during the day, huh? If you're ever feeling saucy and want to get it on with someone at night, the restrooms there are the most private on campus. I see. You have to be real sneaky, though. Students aren't allowed in the gardens at night, technically. There's always security controlling the place, and they'll be known to kick people out inside if they're caught. Really? Why would they do that? Because the gardens are haunted, don't you know? You can't be serious. He stops walking and stares over at me, deathly. Can't believe your mentor didn't mention that. The corner of my mouth starts to curl in humor. He's doing a great job of keeping me interested. Students through USL's history have reported the same strange sighting. They call it... His smile turns into a scowl and his expression becomes theoretically serious. He almost reminds me of Nate during that play. Red Cloak. Oh, a ghost story, obviously. They say he roams the guard. Bullshit. I wave my hands in front of me, not even able to take it seriously anymore. It's true, I tell you. How can so many people share the same delusion? Because they're the same kind that would sit on a roof hoping for people to notice them? I stick my tongue out at him and wink. Ouch. Touche. Got spunk, kid. I like that. Thanks, I guess. I rubbed the back of my head trying to slick my hair back. My best friend and I were little terrors when we were young. Some things just don't go away. Well, hold on to that spirit and don't ever let it go. Don't let the school take that from you. We leave out to the west side of the guards, which leads us directly into the science area of campus. This place. He spits in the direction of the lounge. There's something wrong? Don't bother going in there. It's full of haughty grad students who don't take kindly to us undergrads in their space. He shrugs his shoulders and frowns. Honestly, everyone over here is up their own ass. They think they're so much better than the rest of us because they're studying STEM or some shit. I don't know, I never really got along with those people. Wait, haven't you mentioned liking physics before? I was just joking around. He stuffs his hands deeper into his pockets and looks up into the sky. ... Alright, you caught me. I started out as a physics student, but I couldn't take the attitude. Is that so? He chuckles under his breath and continues walking. Yep. So, what are you studying now? Remember what I said about patience? Fall behind him and let him do his thing. If you ever find yourself in this forsaken place and you're hungry, I highly suggest skipping it entirely and just crossing the street. There's a taqueria there with Mexican food that's to die for. And the place is so clean it puts the UC to shame. Mexican food, huh? I don't think I've ever tried anything authentic, just like the fast food kind. Dude, that's gonna have to change. You don't know what you're missing. He stops for a moment, seeming to have a light bulb moment. I have to take you to all the good food places in Santa Lucia, kid. Huh? Yeah, you can't have you eating all the crap everyone suggests all the time. It's my duty as your senpai to lead you to the good stuff. What the hell is a senpai? You don't know. I shake my head. That's okay, it's a weeb thing. I use it ironically. It just means I'm your upperclassman. Okay. Not an anime fan, huh? I never really got into it, no. Dude, if you stick around me long enough, college is gonna be a revelatory experience. There's a whole world out there that your sheltered ass doesn't even have the slightest clue about. Hey, that's not nice. He disappears around a corner, leaving me to chase after him. On the other side, we arrive in front of the field where the group split yesterday. Russell seems to have picked up his walking pace, making a beeline for the bridge leading back to South Campus. Hey, slow down! Why don't you just catch up? He doesn't even look back. I figured he'd have something interesting to say about the Greek life side of campus, but I guess not. In fact, he seems to be purposely avoiding the area. Ominous. Incredibly ominous. The bridge drops off right next to the psychology building. You asked what I'm studying earlier, right? Yeah, I did. He looks over to his shoulder and nods in the building's direction. I changed my major to psychology last year. Oh, that's cool. I'm in journalism, so I think we're sharing the same department. Journalism? Good luck, kid. That program's intense. It is? Well, WNC practically handpicks graduates from USL to work for them. The requirements are real strict, but if you can pull them off, you're set for life. How do you know this? Russell shrugs his shoulders and smiles at me. I've been around long enough, seen many kids burn out. It's just one of the things they don't put on the brochure. Whether he meant to or not, I'm suddenly a bit worried about my choice of major. Anyway, since you're in this department too, you'll be able to swipe your ID card to get in whenever you want. The psychology building has hands down the cleanest bathrooms on campus. Second only to the geology department, I think. But nobody goes there anyway. Who fucking studies geology? I started to laugh along with them, but I'm also aware of the other students walking by. I hope none of them are geology students. Nobody likes public bathrooms, so make sure you take advantage of the perks you get, kid. Got it, thanks. Now, let's cross the other side of the path. Instead of going around, he decides to walk right through one of the planter gardens lining up the apartment's entryway. Being the square that I am, I take the long way. The school theater? Yep. Follow me, there's something cool over here. He points at a small alleyway between the theater and the building to the right. You wouldn't normally see it if you didn't already know it was there since it's hidden by a tree. Oh, is this the part where you're gonna mug me? What? I'd never do that. He peers from the school around the corner with almost hurt expression. You're taking me down a dark alleyway with no one else around. This is how those things start, right? I smile at him facetiously. You have an overactive imagination, kid. Says the guy telling a ghost story half an hour ago. Well, gee, all I wanted to do was show you a quick little shortcut to Arcadia Field, but if you don't want to see it, that's fine. Besides, there's something else cool here, but you're only going to see it if you follow me. Do you trust me or not to mug you? I crook my head sideways. Seriously, dude? Alright, I'm coming. Good, now I can mug you in peace. Ha ha. The space between the buildings isn't as tight as it seems from a distance, but it still couldn't handle more than 4 students at a time. It takes a sharp 90-degree curve to the right to accommodate the shape of the theater before curving again towards the field. This section of the building looks different, almost as if it were added to the structure later. Here it is. Huh? Russell points up at a fire escape on the new section. Easy roof access. He stands next to a dumpster and pushes it towards the fire escape. All it takes is a bit of quick thinking, and you have one of the most adventurous places to bang on campus. You've had sex on the roof of the theater? That's right. Fuck, he's a Chad. I love him. He's great. Holy shit, you really get around, don't you? That was an old chapter in my life. I chose to pass down my knowledge instead of letting it die with me. You can thank me later. Watch as they fuck on the fucking theater rooftop. That'll probably be what happens. I keep walking down the alleyway heading for the field. Where are you going? We're heading to Arcadia Field next, right? No. He pushes the dumpster back to its original position and dusts himself off. I'd rather avoid big open spaces like that. Huh? We're heading to the marketplace, but we're gonna take a long way, okay? Sure, I guess. That's strange. He's been trying to avoid places with lots of students and... Wonder what's up. Rosemary. Rosemary. Yeah, I don't know what the fucking song is. I'm going crazy, but I'm very uncultured, so that sounds familiar. What are you singing? Huh? Just some hipster shit a kid like you wouldn't understand. You underestimate my taste in music. Try me. He leads me up to the double door entryway into the marketplace and winks at me. Tell you what, hang out at my place sometime and I'll show you my whole music collection. Nah, you never let your guard down, do you? Why should I? He asks in a surprisingly honest tone. 'Cause I'm trying to be friends with you? He walks through the entrance and holds the door open for me. We'll talk about it later then. Let's just focus on what we're doing, alright? Okay? Just face it, Ben, he's not gonna budge on this. At least not right now. Good. Once we're inside the hallway, he heads over to the reception desk on the right. I stick close behind him. What are we doing? Good afternoon, Henrietta. A middle-aged weasel lady looks up at him from behind a computer monitor.
Well, if it isn't our old friend Russell. What brings you here today?
She leans forward on the desk, putting on her best I'm trying to be interested in this conversation, but it just ain't happening face. I have a name I'd like you to add to the list.
I see. We all know what that means. Are you planning another party and costing us thousands in repairs?
Ouch. Summer break did nothing to dull your sharp tongue, did it?
Get to the point, boy.
As it so happens, those days are behind me.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Ben, can you pull out your student ID card? What? Yeah, sure. Russell cuts through the tension and drags me into it. I'd like to put your I'd like you to put your town's name on the list of approved guests in the lion's room. The weasel turns her attention to me and raises an eyebrow. Hello. You don't look like the kind that Russell usually hangs out with. She grabs the card as I slide it onto the table. Bennett. She makes a few clicks and types of what I assume is my name into the database. When she's done, she slides the card back to me. Keep an eye on him. Don't let him lead you down the wrong path. Russ places a hand down on the table forcefully and laughs. I'll be the one worrying about my friend Henrietta, got it? She puts both hands in the air and returns to the computer. Not my problem. Your friend is officially registered on the list. Oh, thank you so much. I knew I could count on you. The if it's sarcastic, well, thank you so much. I knew I could count on you. The sarcasm in his words is so thick I doubt even the most densest person would miss it. Let's head back outside, kid. He turns around and heads for the door, shoving it open with enough force to get it temporarily stuck on the handicap access magnet. Thank you, miss. The last I see is a faint wave from the weasel before I rush out to catch Russell. He makes his way over to the overlook and pulls out another cigarette. Dead. The sound of Russell trying to turn his lighter on reaches my ear as I walk up beside him. Yo, huh? He looks at nonchalantly. You wouldn't happen to have a lighter, would you? No, not at all, I'm sorry. Fuck me. He proceeds to take the cigarette out from his mouth and chucks it on the beach below. I'm unconsciously looking over to the side, noticing there's quite a few students down there today. Did you just litter? God damn it. Yeah, I guess I did. Sorry about that. Don't apologize to me, apologize to Mother Nature. Or the cleaning crew. He lets out a long sigh and digs his hands deeper into his pockets. However much it costs to pick up a cigarette is certainly less than that party she mentioned. I'll consider that a positive step forward, at least. What was that all about, anyway? Listen, kid, I'd rather not go into the sordid details. What I did was sign you up for my private study room. Come again? That's right, you're part of an exclusive club now. My dad's a pretty substantial donor to the school, and one of the perks was getting a whole room named after us. So, what that means for you is you never have to compete with the other students for a study room. They're great for groups projects and shit. I blink at him several times before mustering a response. Really? You did that for me? Of course I did, you're my kohai. Again with the weird Japanese lingo. God, what a fucking weeb. I don't know what to say. He holds up a hand and smiles. Don't say anything at all. It's enough for me to know that I'm helping you succeed in some capacity. Thanks. Don't say anything. Sorry. If you ever want to use it, all you have to do is go up to that desk and say you want to rent the lion's room. They'll ask for your ID and then give you the key to open it. You can take whoever you want with there too, so go nuts. He winks at me, clearly signaling what he's trying to imply there. I'll show you where it is, but I'd rather not deal with Henrietta again. Understandable. It's on the 4th floor alongside a bunch of other more official meeting rooms for alumni and businesses. Trust me, it's pretty posh. It even has a snack fridge if you get the munchies and don't feel like going down to the grocery store. Speaking of, don't waste your dosh in that shithole. Wait, why not? Because everything there is marked up double or triple what it costs at the supermarket up the road. You're literally throwing cash away there. Or worse, giving this piss-stained university more money. Wow, it's really weird to hear this kind of perspective on the school after orientation yesterday. Yeah, I bought some aspirin over there last night. The price definitely put a dent in my wallet. Don't let them suck you dry, kid. The supermarket's a couple blocks away from campus. You can't miss it. Just take Saint Street heading north from your dormitory and you'll be there in like 15 minutes. Okay, noted. Or if you're lazy, just give me a call and I'll set you up with a ride. That won't be necessary, I hope. The offer's there if you'll ever need it. Want to keep going on the tour? I've still got a couple places left to show you. Aw, but the ocean breeze feels so nice here. You still have plenty of time to enjoy it over the year. Seriously, the weather here is great and never gets too hot or too cold. I've heard all sorts of things about California's weather. Don't worry about it. You're in the good side of the state. Just don't go over the mountains. He gestures towards the range behind the school with a thumb. Let's get going, okay? We walked down the first path the group and I started on yesterday, this time heading towards Raymond Field. In a way, it's like everything's coming full circle. Yo, these are the liberal arts buildings. Yeah, I remember that. You know what that means, right? I stopped to ponder for a moment. There's a lot of students here during the week? Close, but not quite. It means they're the worst restrooms on campus, swallowed closely by the marketplace. If you value your privacy at all, you'll want to steer clear of these. Man, I can't tell you about all the disgusting shit that I've seen here. I hold up a hand to try and cut him off. No need, my imagination's filling in all the blanks. He smiles casually and walks up towards the door to the smaller building. You mind following me inside for a bit? No, not at all. You're the one giving me a tour, right? Just have a feeling you forgot something. Huh? What are you talking about? You'll see what I mean in a sec, come on. He punches his fist into a handicap symbol sticking out from a metal pole, which seems to activate the door. It swings open gently, giving us plenty of time to get inside. Now, I don't know your schedule, but I do know you're required to take freshman seminar. Most of the sessions are held in the giant lecture halls that away. He points the finger down the hall that seems to curve around an oval shape. Thanks, that's good to know. You're welcome. We're heading this way, though. When I turn my head back, I see he's already a quarter of the way down the hall going in the opposite direction. Wait up! You're gonna have to start paying more attention, kid. College won't wait for you to catch up. You'll have to hit the ground running or you'll be left behind. I take a deep breath when I make it next to him, then slightly nudge him with my shoulder. Is that why you're showing me the ropes? I'm not that naive, you know. I went to a high school that was set up pretty similar. I'm sure you did, kid. I know a lost kid when I see one, though. As we turn a corner, I see a large gathering of students in front of what looks like a store close to the main entrance. Huh? You haven't bought your books for the semester yet, have you? No, I haven't. He turns to me and shrugs his shoulders. Man, what would you do without me? Shit! Better move quick, that line's growing every second. I take Russell's advice and make a break for it. I can hear him laughing behind me as he chooses a more casual pace. We finally make it to the front of the line in about 30 minutes. A chipper young iguana with glasses stands at the counter to greet us. Good afternoon, are you a freshman looking to pick up your books? Yeah, I am. He smiles as he pushes his glasses up with an index finger. Great, do you have your book list with you? My blood runs cold. I left it in my backpack back at the dorm. I didn't think I was gonna need it. No, I don't. Are you sure you're not lost, kitty? Shut up. To my surprise, his iguana's demeanor doesn't change. Well, that's alright. If you have your student ID card, we can look it up that way. It'll just take a few seconds longer. Yeah, I have that, at least. I flick up my wallet and hand the card over to him. I have a feeling that this motion's gonna become second nature to me soon. With a few clicks and key presses, the iguana hands it back to me. Alright, I got the list right here. Are there any books you're not planning to buy through us? Honestly, I haven't even looked at the list. Russell cuts in and addresses the iguana. He'll take them all. Huh? It's your first semester. The last thing you want to do is give your professors the impression that you don't care. Word spreads, you know. Is that what you want? Even the clerk joins in. It feels like all my eyes are on me. Between Russell, the iguana, and the crowd behind me, I just make the quickest decision that'll get me out of the situation. No, not at all. I'll take all the books. Jeez. Great, just a second. He takes a couple more clicks and returns his attention to me. Our guys in the back are gathering your materials right now. The grand total for everything after tax is 7... Holy shit. Man, I remember hearing that college books were expensive, but this is retarded. Holy fuck. $723.89. Sure, just let me... Excuse me, how much? $723.89. We accept all major credit cards if you're unable to pay with cash. The world starts spinning in front of me. That's almost half of what I have in my account right now. Holy fucking shit, I didn't think that a couple texts would be that expensive. I'd asked Dad for some more money, but we're not on the best of terms right now. What the hell am I gonna do? I don't think I can afford this. Oh, that's okay. We can also have payment plans you could sign up for. Sure, let's go with that. The iguana reaches into a cabinet and starts rummaging around. I feel a hand... Hey. Oh, what now? Are you gonna rub it in some more? I can't help but snap back at him. Totally set me up on this one. No. Think you've learned your lesson. What? The iguana finds what he's looking for and returns to us, pushing a sheet of paper towards us. It's like, blah, 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 here's the payment plan. That won't be necessary. My eyes widen in shock and Russell pulls out his card and plops down a credit card on the table. I'll be paying for it. Even the iguana is surprised by the gesture. Well, then I guess I can put this back. Russell, what are you doing? Shh. Just let me do this for you, okay? But are you really prepared to drop that much dosh on this when you're already complaining about how expensive a bottle of painkillers was? I feel shame wash over me. Maybe he's right, I'm just a naive kid getting in way over his head. May I see some ID, please? Here you go. Damn, Russell's so based. I love him. He's just, whew. He finishes the transaction for me. The two of us walk out the door leading to Raymond Field with both my hands carrying bags of books. Russell starts trying to get ahead of me again, but I get him to stop by dashing in front of him. Hold on. What's up? He looks down at me with his usual self-satisfied smile, almost as if nothing happened. You know what's up. Why'd you do that for me of all people? I'm just looking out for you, kid. That's lesson number 1 of university life. Always buy your books early and always shop around first. Using the school bookstore should only ever be your last resort. The whole system is predatory. These chuckle fucks take advantage of kids who don't know any better. I'm not planning to let you become another victim. I appreciate that, I really do, but you're not quite getting what I'm asking for. We've only just met and you've already given me a limo ride, access to your private study room, and paid for my books? Yeah, what of it? I really don't know where to go with this. Guess I just want to know, why me? For once he seems genuinely at a loss for words. Guess I didn't realize what I was doing. Sorry for that, kid. I promise I'll respect your right to go into crippling debt on your own terms. You're still not getting it. What's there to get? There are millions of kids there that would kill to have someone like me looking out for them. Sure, but why'd you choose me in particular? Because you were there. My mouth hangs slightly open at that response. Seriously? Seriously. Who needs a lottery when you're Ben the cat who happens to be the asshole son of a rich asshole? But why? Am I not allowed to have my own reasons for things? I just want to make sure at least one left of me better by my presence. Besides, you can't really object me to the perks of having me as a friend now, can you? No. I look down at the bags in my hands. I wouldn't have gotten another deposit from my dad until next month. I have no idea what I would be doing for food if any of the other costs like this seem to keep... I have no idea what I would have done for food or any of the other costs that seem to just keep piling up. Exactly. We haven't even scratched the surface yet, dude. Look, I like you a lot, Ben. You don't have the same baggage as everyone else does. I don't know, I felt like you were super chill and easy to talk to on the plane. Finding out that you were a student at USL really got my hopes up for a better semester. Is that true? Yeah, it is. He gets surprisingly somber for a second while maintaining his grin. I don't have a lot of friends left. It actually means a lot that you decided to give me a call today. Pizza might be tasty, but it's no substitute for interpersonal communication. My spirits suddenly start to lift. Well, I'm glad I was able to be there for you. No, doll, don't start getting all schmaltzy on me. Feels like we're dating, dude. I feel a brief flutter in my stomach for a fucking wish. Oh my god. Yeah, right? That'd be fucking weird. That'd be gay, dude. Like, we're not, no. He lets us snort through his nose. I think I've said this before, but you're alright, kid. You too, Russell. I fucking wish they'd be dating. It'd be powerful. With that out of the way, we continue our walk down towards one of the paths in Raymond Field. I take another look around. I see a whole bunch of familiar buildings now with all added context I've gained over the past few days. Waystship Hall looms over the field while on the other side the school library stands looking pretty fancy in its own right. The day is starting to wind down and I notice there's a lot less students walking around now that there were earlier. It's getting close to dinner. Want to go grab something to eat, the UC? I know I ate not too long ago, but sure, it sounds good. You know this means I'm paying, right? Ugh. Never change, kid. I like him. He's... like, after that, he's like... I think Chris is still better, but Russell is, like, number 2 easily. Holy fuck. But yeah, like... Anyway, speaking of Russell, if any of you viewers that happen to be watching or any fans of Santa Lucia want him to become a root, he is the next Patreon goal on Santa Lucia's Patreon. So I will leave links in the description. Like, even if you like don't want to like Let me just say, like, if you want like more stuff to be put into this, please donate to Stormsinger's Patreon, which I will link in the description below, and you could also donate on their itch.io, which I will also link down below. Thank you for joining me for however long this episode was. I feel like it was probably like an hour or something, and I feel really bad uploading it, but yeah, so I'll be sure to get that out, and hope y'all stay safe, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!